Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia, and today I'm taking a look at a game called TopSpin. This game has an exceedingly simple concept. In it, you are going to be taking a top, spinning it inside of the box, which is filled with marbles, and it has raked sides, and you are going to be trying to get those marbles to land into little divots along the sides of the box. The scoring, well, there's a couple of different ways to score, but that's basically what you are doing. So let's take a look at how this works. Let me show you the contraption that comes in here, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you if it makes for a fun game or just kind of a weird toy. The game can be played in one of two different ways. You can play in battle mode or you can play in challenge mode. I'm going to show you battle mode first. For that mode, you are going to use 3 marbles only here in the game. And you are going to simply spin one after the other, trying to beat the last player's score. And you are going to be, whenever you are able to do that, your score is the new one to beat. When someone cannot beat the previous score, they're going to lose 1 life. And then spin for a new bottom score to be beat, and so on. People will be eliminated as we go. So let me give you a quick glance inside the box here so you see what's missing. So there you go. That's what the bottom looks like, and of course there is a slant to it at the bottom there. And so the way this one's going to go is like this. I'm going to put the 3 marbles in there, and then let's say it is Tom over here playing first. He's going to take the top and he's going to spin it in there. And he's going to try to get a score, which it looks like is 1. All right, so he got a 1. He got the 1, a marble in the 1 spot, so that's a score to beat. So Sam's going to be next. He puts the 3 marbles in there, and then he spins this in there. Tries to get a score better than 1. And they did not. Nope. And so Sam loses a life, and then we'll spin for a new bottom score to be beat. Oh, that's very good. Okay, so the score is a 9 and a 2, so 11. So it would be my turn to spin, and I have to beat an 11. So I'm going to do that. I got 1 in the 10. And I got nothing else, so I did not beat the 11, so I would lose a life and set a new bottom score, and so on. Once everyone is eliminated but 1 player, that player is the winner. In order to play the challenge mode, we're going to use all of the marbles here. And the way that works is each player is going to spin. So this is going to be for Tom here. So he's spinning in there, and then he's going to cross off everything that got filled. So in this case, I'll just, well, that's cheating. I'm going to see if I can show you there. I did get an 11 over here. You can't see that in the shot. But so Tom would cross off the 11. He got the 1, he got the 3, and he got the 9. And then it's the next player's go, so we would pop all these out, and they would spin, and they would cross off whatever they get. It looks like 11, 7, and 7 and 8. I did that in the wrong line, didn't I? 7 and 8. Ignore those. All right, and then I would spin. I'm the 3rd player in this scenario, and I would do that. The trick here is it just keeps going around and around and around until someone fills in all of these, every single one. That player is then the winner. That does mean, however, that if I spin in here, and I get one that I've already filled, it doesn't matter. So eventually, I'm just looking for, say, I've got them all except the 5. And I just keep going until I get one to go in that 5. And, you know, who knows when that's going to happen. So, yeah, that's it. That's how you play the game. Battle mode or challenge mode. Let's go back up top. And that is TopSpin. So let's talk about it. I'm going to use my target audience system here. We're going to start off with thematic ties. This one is pretty much an abstract game. It does kind of have an arts and crafts feel to it, so that's something. I'm not going to give it a negative here. But it's also not particularly appealing from a theme or lack of theme point of view. The aesthetics are Again, they kind of have an arts and crafts vibe to it. The box looking the way it does, right? And you have it there on the shelf behind me. Then the spinner itself certainly looks like something you'd find in some sort of trinket bin at a store or something. This is a game that very much feels like, you know, the designer found this stuff and they were like, oh, I could spin this and knock some marbles around and go with that. So, from an aesthetic point of view, it's okay. I think if you can embrace this idea of the game feeling like a found object, you know, the brown paper, it very much has a sort of an unfinished feel to it. It's okay, but again, no necessarily a thumbs up here. The replayability, scalability, and then we'll get to game length and all of that other stuff. This is where things start to seriously go downhill for TopSpin. Replayability, I think, is very bad, seeing as to how the game is just about completely random. And I'll get to downtime in just 1 second, but there's a lot of that too. And it just, I mean, there is no reason to come back to this unless for some reason you are charmed by something here. And I don't know what that would be, to be honest. So replayability, I think, is bad. Scalability, I think, is possibly worse. You don't want to play this with, you want to play with as few players as possible. Or you'll just be sitting around waiting for other people to spin, or be eliminated if you're playing the battle mode and sitting around waiting for other players to wrap it up. Game length, which is how long the game takes, and downtime, things like that. The battle mode is better in this case, but if you play the challenge mode, it's ridiculous. As I told you in the overview, you might get them all except one, and you could literally spend all night spinning and not getting that one final marble to go into that 5. There is no endgame trigger that is that makes sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't get it. It's not even that. There's no scaling effect. I would kind of understand if they said, okay, you know, you play this many rounds and then add up your scores. Fine. You eventually, if you play this many times, then we are going to allow you to get that 5 that you cannot seem to fill in by filling in the 6 and the 4. Okay, fine. But there is none of that. You just keep spinning until you fill in every single one of them at least once, then you win. Again, this is not the battle mode, this is the challenge mode. The battle mode, that's fine. That'll end relatively soon. The other one is ridiculous. Ease of play, if there's any fiddliness, iconography, weird design choices, things like that. I just mentioned that. There is no endgame trigger that makes any sense for the challenge mode. And it just seems like, as far as weird design choices, the designer found this and found these and came up with this and then couldn't get some good rules. It's like they have a good gimmick looking for a game, and it just is not engaging. You know, this is a toy that I could see myself doing a couple of times in the middle of a store before I move on to look at sticker books or something. It's not much of a game. And then lastly, tactics and strategy and luck. Well, come on. There's all luck. It's absolutely luck. In fact, I think it's very funny how on the back of the box here, they felt the need to write as basically kind of a tagline, easy to learn, not so easy to win. Yeah, because it's completely random. That's why it's not so easy to win. And it's going to take a while, so it's not going to be easy to win. It is, however, easy to learn, easy to quit. So that's good. This is not a good game whatsoever. It's a gimmick in search of a game. It is boring. It's unexciting. It is wildly derivative of, and not derivative. It's got a wild window for how long it could take. Swingy. It's just, there's nothing here, folks. Move along. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.